Hello. I've been a little bit missing in action lately. I don't think I've posted a video for about a month or so. Oh, sun's bright today, but and I actually haven't been down to the allotment for about 6 weeks. So I'm coming down today because I've got today booked off as holiday, and going to come and have a little look. I'm sure it's going to be a lot different from the last time I was here because I think it was still practically summer. So there's going to be a lot of emptiness. I've had updates from Mum. Mum's been down here still doing stuff, but I just haven't been here. So let's have a little look. I thought I'd just video what we do today, and maybe not a proper tour, but just some bits and pieces that I've got going on. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and already it looks completely different from the last time I was here because there's no leaves on the trees, whereas last time I came it was full of leaves still. Let me turn it around and show you. So this is one of our plots. We've got two plots, another one up there a bit more, but these are plum and green gage trees that have got no leaves on, which looks very bare. And then the beds, we're going to do a bit of work on these today, I think. Excuse my shadow. It's really sunny today, but it was really rainy yesterday. Look at this chard. How beautiful does that look? This is our parsnips. And something has been digging. Does it go all the way down? See. No, it stops there. The rabbit trying to dig a hole, but digging up some of the parsnips. It's not good. And then we've got the polytunnel, but we know there's been mice and rats in there, which makes me a bit scared, but I don't know. They usually run out the back. So I don't know if we're going to try and put some bricks along the back to try and stop them from going in. But yeah, you just have to knock first. Let them know. Ah, see, that's how we know they've been in there. Look, they've been chewing the peppers. Goodness sake, bloody things. But got a few peppers on there. There's all beetroot, which the leaves are looking good. I haven't looked at the actual bits at the bottom because before we ended up having that chewed. And then I'm waiting for these to dry out. These are my loofahs, so they're still looking a little bit green, so I need them to go brown before we can peel them off. Let's have a little look what else we got. Not a lot going on. So here, this was our pumpkin patch. Obviously they've all been dug up, and then this was our potatoes. We've got a few random potatoes. We obviously left a few potatoes in and they've started to grow, so you know, leave them, let them do their thing. I think these are broad beans. I think I'll check with Mum. They look like broad beans. But the idea was we were just going to fill this whole area with broad beans. Yeah, this is. I did actually. I say I haven't been here for 6 weeks. I did come here the other day to get the pumpkins, which Mum had left in here. And something decided to have a nice feast on them, so I took the ones that hadn't been chewed and left the others. And I actually had one of these for dinner last night, roasted. Stuffed with rice and some other bits, and it was really, really nice. So definitely going to grow them next year, but maybe not leave them for rats and mice to eat. I'm going to go down to the other plot now and have a little look. I don't think Mum's here yet, unless she's on the other plot. Let me just do this up. Yeah, if anyone knows how to stop rats and mice getting in your polytunnel, so like a polytunnel like that, let us know. The sides, oh I can't point, it's all around the wrong way. The sides are dug into the ground, but I'm not sure the back is because we couldn't we couldn't get to it because there's a fence there, but maybe we need to speak nicely to the plot, our plot neighbours, and see if we can just maybe put bricks along there or something. And then obviously they can get in under the door at the front, and again maybe we're going to have to put bricks on it when we go, because otherwise they're just going to eat everything. See if Mum's coming yet. No, can't see her. Yeah, otherwise they're just going to eat everything, and it's so disheartening really when you, well, I say when you put all the work in. I haven't done as much. When Mum puts all that work in and it just gets eaten by something else, it's very frustrating. I don't want to do anything that kills them really, but just want to deter them. But there are quite a lot of rats down here for obvious reasons, you know. They can, they've got food everywhere. God, I don't know if you can see this, hang on, let me turn it around. Can you see that pumpkin? It's massive. It's huge. Okay, let's go on to this one. So it just needs a bit of clearing up really. Cosmos are doing amazing. Oh, I can't even get in. I've forgotten how to get in, hang on. So these didn't flower for ages, and now, look, just keep flowering. So pretty. So I've got some sunflowers that are all falling over, need to come out. This is sunflowers falling over there, need to come out. What have we got? These are swede. So I've got some swedes in there, quite small. There's some kale there. Mum, we did have some cabbages in here, but they started to go a bit funny, so Mum's changed it. I don't know what that is. Some kind of brassica. We've got some kale. Some of it's been eaten. Because there's actually, I saw in my garden the other day, on my nasturtiums, it was covered in big, fat, juicy caterpillars. And I think where it's been so mild, the butterflies have laid more eggs. And whereas I don't think normally they would this time of year, so that's probably what's munching on my kale. But some of it's looking good. These are all the Jack B. Little pumpkins, so they've all been picked off. That all needs to be taken out now. We're sort of, Mum's just done this here. I don't know if you see it, I can't see because of the sun. She's just put cardboard down with some grass cuttings over, because we read somewhere to not sort of leave beds bare, so either plant something or cover it up. We've got some more broad beans here. Let me turn the camera around. So this was all our cucumbers, so Mum's taken all them out and just put broad beans in. This is supposed to be the candy floss kale, but that's been munched on as well. Strawberries. All the sweet corns come out. This is green manure. So Mum put some green manure in there. So again, that's just going to be left until next year. But you see about not leaving the beds empty. Oh, here she is. Wave. And then what we've got in the greenhouse. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on, I can't open it one-handed. So in the greenhouse, I feel a bit safer in here. I know that there's nothing can get in here, but we've got some bits still growing. So we've got leeks, so they won't go out until next year, I think. Some nigella, some violas. See, these haven't done particularly well, but then Mum hasn't been here for a week either, so these might be a bit dry. I've got some sweet peas, not looking great. Some pak choy, just one. That was basil, it's probably had it now. Tumbling Tom tomatoes, So I did pick a load. The ones I've left are not great, but because they were in here, they actually didn't get blight. So they did all right, them ones. Our experimental cucumbers have not done very well. We thought that maybe if we tried to do a cheeky last late sowing and grow in here, they'd be all right. I've just noticed they did try, but that's it. But then they've all died. But I don't know if that's because no, it's not dry. Don't know. These are my razzmatazz. They never really did anything, unfortunately, and I think maybe because I lost my first sowing and I had to do another one. It might be too late because there's flowers and stuff on them. There's flowers, loads of flowers. I mean, I'll leave them and I'll see. There's a little tiny one on there, but yeah, they just didn't really amount to anything. And these peppers as well, because these were all sown later than what we wanted because we lost our first lot. But there are some green ones on there, and so they'll be picked and eaten. So that's what we've got going on in. These are runner beans. What we've done is we've let them dry, and these will be our seeds for next year. So we will depod them. I'm trying to do it one-handed, not working. And then it's got the seeds inside anyway, and that's our runner bean seeds for next year. These are all our strawberry runners that you might have seen in a previous video, us putting into pots. So we've got runners from runners there, but hopefully lots of nice strawberries for next year. Fennel, sold one for seed. And then we've got some nice curly kale. Look at the curls on that. That's nice. That makes nice. Something again's been eating some of it, but there are lots of new growth growing on there. It makes really nice kale chips. That. So just chop it up, a bit of oil, a bit of salt, put it in a low oven. I can't remember the exact things. I've got it all written down at home. And then it comes out nice and crispy. It's a bit like, tastes a bit like seaweed, but not, a little bit like seaweed, but not loads, because I'm not a lover of seaweed. And then we've just got some onions Mum's just chucked in there, so, and I think they might be just random kohlrabi, like the Vienna red ones, so we'll see if they actually amount to anything, but I'm not sure. Might be too late now. Yeah,
you should take them.
Yeah, take them green.
So don't leave them and waste.
Oh, I took a load of chilies the other day as well.
Good.
So we've just cleared this beetroot bed because the mice and the rats are starting to eat it. So this is what is okay, hasn't been chewed and is of reasonable size. And then that is what is being composted because they're just too small to even bother with really, or they've been chewed. So we've been at the allotment for a couple of hours. To be honest, we haven't done much. We did a lot of talking, planning on what we're going to do with different plots, whether we're going to keep both, whether we're going to give one up, whether we're going to get a different one. Lots of decisions, and then deciding what we were going to do with beds and stuff. And now we're going to go and get a coffee. So I'm going to end the video here, and I'll see you all in the next one.